Welcome to online learning program of MSBTE Learning at Your Doorstep. I am Professor Deepak Kulkarni, Head of Electronics and Telecommunication Department from KVM Polytechnic Mumbai. Welcome you all on the presentation on Digital Factory, in which we will learn or focus on the concept of IoT. After completion of this presentation, the learners would be able to understand the various available data routes from sensors to cloud. In this presentation, we will go through the need for different data routes and the available various data routes from sensors to cloud. As we can see in this concept map, the data is gathered from devices or sensors and it is then given to the gateway, from which it is forwarded to the cloud. And after processing and information extraction, it is then given to the system or to the end user. So as seen in the diagram, there must be some different types of data routes available between the sensors and the cloud. So we will be more focusing in this presentation in the different available data routes. But the question arises, what is the need of different data routes? The available data routes will enable the communication between different technologies, and also it serves as an entry and exit points for all the network data. Now at this stage, the students can try to attempt MCQ set 1. Now let us see the different available data routes. The first data route that is available between the sensor and cloud is sensor to PLC, then to SCADA, and then to cloud. In this particular data route systems, the field device is likely wired or networked to a local programmable logic controller, that is PLC. Since this is often the nearest programmable system to the edge component, the PLC requires some device specific communication driver or instructions to obtain the data, which may involve choosing the desired points and mapping them in a spreadsheet-like format. Next, the PLC data is networked up to a PC-based human-machine interface or a SCADA system, which either approach requiring configuration of data tags, drivers, and polling rate assignments. In turn, the HMI, that is a human-machine interface or SCADA, needs additional configuration or programming steps to transport the data into the cloud-based database where it can be made more widely available. That means after sensing the information, the sensor will give it to the PLC where the information would be processed. Then it will be given to a SCADA system where some assignments on the information will be done. Some programming on the gathered information and the process information will be processed, and then it has been given to the cloud where it will be stored in the database. The second route available is a sensor to server and then to the cloud. In this system, it has 3 level architectures: devices, gateways, and data system. The data moves between these levels through 4 types of transmission channels. As you can see in the diagram, the first is between device to device, the second is between device to gateway, the third is between gateway to data systems, and the fourth is between different data systems. Now let us talk one by one in detail. The first one being device to device. It is a direct contact between 2 smart objects when they share information instantaneously without the need of any intermediate devices. For example, industrial robots and sensors are connected to one another directly to coordinate their actions and perform the assembly of components more efficiently. This type of connection is not very common because most devices are not able to handle such process. That means we would require some intelligent and advanced devices for device to device communication. The second is between the device and gateway. It is a telecommunications between the sensors and gateway nodes. Gateways are more powerful computing devices than sensors. They have 2 major functions. First is to consolidate data from sensors and route it to the relevant data system, and to analyze data, and if some problems are found, return it back to the device. There are various IoT gateway protocols that may suit this or that solution depending on the gateway computing capabilities, network capacity and reliability, the frequency of data generation and its quality. So in this case, the major function will be performed by the gateway. The third available communication transmission channel is gateway to data system. Data transmission from a gateway to the appropriate data systems. To determine what protocol to use, you should analyze data traffic, that is the frequency of burstness and congestion, security requirements, and how many parallel connections are required. This have to be determined, and then only this kind of communication or transmission channel must be used between the gateway and data system. And the fourth that we have is between the different data systems, where information transfer within data clouds or centers takes place. The protocols for this type of connection should be easy to deploy and integrate with existing applications. It has high availability, capacity and reliable disaster recovery. So this is one of the data route which is giving various options. So as per the IoT system developed or subsystem developed, a specific data route can be used. There is one more data route still available in our system, that is sensor to edge gateway on the cloud gateway. That is our traditional route available. In this case, the device layer is also called as a edge trier, typically contains three elements: sensors which are used for measuring real world data, actuators affecting changes to the real world, and the transceivers transmitting sensor data and receiving actuator commands. The second is a data way tier, which acts as a secure intermediary between the sensors and actuators and the cloud. An IoT gateway is an integral part of IoT ecosystem, handling the communication with local sensors and remote users. Then we have got a cloud tier, which will handle overall monitoring and management of the IoT ecosystem. It interfaces with the multiple gateways and performs analytics on collected and stored data. And finally, the application layer is an interface to the end user that allows access and control of IoT products and services. So this can be also one of the data route available between the sensor and the cloud. Now the students can attempt MCQ set 2. So at the end of this presentation, the learners would have seen various available data routes from sensors to cloud, and as per the requirement, a typical or a suitable route between the sensor and cloud can be selected. So thank you and have a smart learning.